Hello, you beautiful bunch. Welcome to the Heed Army podcast. Before we get any further, we'll do a quick mention to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions. I was getting it wrong here. Northern Print Solutions and our partners at Patrick. Please do follow them. And of course, while you're on, chuck us a cheeky subscription. We're up to 770 lads. When you're reaching that 1,000 nearly. Well, lots to talk about. I'll remove my beautiful face so you're not just all too excited throughout the podcast. But lads, difficult week, difficult teams that we've played, but it's not like we rolled over in either of the games. Just one of them weeks, but it's still in a great position.
Go on, Mickey, say some words.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I've got to say what a good game I thought it was on Tuesday night.
It was end to end, wasn't it?
It was like a basketball game at times.
I mean, I'll get the highlights up for it shortly. Obviously, everyone get your messages in. There's lots coming in.
And good point of Boreham Wood as well on Saturday. Let's not forget that. Yeah. It was,
we'll start with the positives from that. Yes, we went 1-0 down. It was a long slog, no commentary. Watching via Twitter, looking for updates and things like that. But we kept going till the end, and Dijon getting his first senior goal. And what a goal it was. He looked like a young Dennis Bergkamp bearing down on goal there and just slotted it home. It was a lovely finish. And, that showed the character. Yes, we had a difficult game down at Woking where I think the legs just dropped off us somewhat in that game. Went down to Boreham Wood, got the full 95 minutes where we kept pushing and dominating and got just rewards. And then, as I say, the fantastic scenes to see Dijon absolutely going mental with the fans and all the players running up and giving them a good cuddle as well, which was lovely to see. And that's what it's all about, the development, isn't it? And, you can imagine the people at Derby will be very happy with what they're seeing from young Mr. Brown, won't they?
Well, there was some togetherness, wasn't it, there at the end? Everyone piled in, all the players, all the fans, and deserved as well by all accounts. But Gateshead played well and dominated the game. So, you hear it in the commentary, don't you, in the last couple of seconds of the actual goal.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Just before we go into we've got a couple of bits of things that we're talking points throughout the podcast as well. This man, the non-league Modric, and I don't know if Jack's pants were unzipped when he took this photo because he looks startled. It looks like the non-league Modric has seen something he didn't want to see, and then this man is close to a return as well.
My goodness, which is
obviously getting exciting. And also the sad news, we didn't mention this last week. There was a moments of applause for Fred Locker, who passed away, and it was his funeral today, and we'd like to send condolences to his family. And obviously a face that I often see around at a Gateshead game. So we send our condolences there, and as I say, hopefully Gateshead can be doing him proud on Saturday, looking down on us for that. But yes, loads of messages coming in, loads of people watching. Massive thank you to everyone that is tuned in. Remember, come over to YouTube. You can send in your messages like this. We've got lots and lots coming in. Christopher Story has put, evening lads. Good to speak to Mickey on Tuesday night before the match too. Jesus Christ, no one's ever said that.
It was before the game, so Mickey was happy.
I was quite all right after the game, to be fair. But it was nice to speak to Chris as well. I'm glad someone appreciates us more than used to, I suppose.
Yeah. Mr. Lucas put, hello, gents. Disappointing result on Tuesday night. Don't worry, we'll forget about it and move on. Plenty of games left to go, and we are still going to let's get going with a win on Saturday. Of course, FA Trophy, we'll be talking about that. Peterborough Sports later on in the show. Darcy Gray, evening. We've got Mason's evening. There was Stephen Sandra Farnfield put hello. Sean Parry. The Waldens are tuning in. Thank you very much. Patrick Story, Craig 2427. And I don't know if that's his actual his birth name. It might be. If it is. And obviously the magnificent Johnny Gray has been updating the league table as well for the prediction league. We'll get into that. All right, but as we go further into it, let's get into the game on Tuesday night. I'll make us little so we're on the bottom. Lovely start, and this ball from Francis over at the game. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful. There was a few balls I had during the game, but that was
and I mean, Whelan, there you go. Look, he's above, gets it over.
What a start!
It was a fantastic start, wasn't it?
When I went tits up afterwards.
Did anyone find out about the celebration? Why he did that?
I don't know. I know, although I was told by Regan Booty they do house share together, so they've had plenty of time to practice that one. And I think the rumor is as well they may share their Alice bands. So that I'm saying that it's not fact.
At first, I thought it was the baby one. You know, Mario wasn't many years ago. Did it at the World Cup when he was having a baby, but it wasn't that obviously. So
yeah, and I mean from here we we're going to start to see what became the pattern of the game. Obviously, a little bit of
go.
Yeah,
he's dead.
He is dead. It was honest. It was an absolute miracle that he survived this one. But look,
that's pathetic, isn't it?
It's absolutely pathetic.
Yeah,
Mickey was goalkeeper in the second half as well. I think they should have just buried them there and then.
Yeah. Well, there was appeals there. There was a handball. But look, I think that the tale of the game, as the game went on, is that in midfield they just kind of outworked us a little bit. Not that we weren't not working; it just they seemed to be everywhere we weren't for picking up the second balls, and that itself brought pressure onto the back four or the back three, should I say, when we didn't pick up the balls in midfield.
Yeah, Mickey used a great term, didn't he, Mickey, on Tuesday night? You said they bullied us.
Bullied
us in midfield, and that was right, really.
Hang on. No, that was a free kick there. He goes down, handles it. It's free kick to them. Later on, he gives one to them, and it's just ridiculous. He didn't give one when one of our players.
I have a big issue with this. Why is everyone running away from him instead of going to him and closing him down?
I will give him his credit. It's a lovely finish from a tight angle.
It's a lovely finish, but you've got two blokes here and not one of them gone. Now there's people in the middle, but someone's got to close him down, for God's sake. I mean,
for me, that was like the small margins, like them small margin, that small error there just cost us a little bit on Tuesday night, and it did at Woking as well. You know, just a couple of mistakes we got punished for.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would say the gravity was wild at any 10 on Tuesday night.
It certainly was.
Obviously, on the commentary, Mark's normally the calmer one, as we all know, because I like to scream like a banshee. But there was times where Mark threw the microphone down in disgust at the referee.
Really?
I felt for Monty here because he got a hand to it, but it just carried on trickling, didn't it? And then it went, but yeah, it was.
Good luck.
It's a save, and then so on another day,
he'd be reliving that for weeks, won't he? He'd be thinking, if only.
Well, goalkeepers are quite. I would think goalkeepers can move on from it, but
an interesting quote: "The highs aren't too high and the lows aren't too low" from Kenton Richardson at the game, and I think that's our mantra at the minute. That there is no egos in this side. I found that when I spoke to the players that haven't been involved on a match day that have been on the commentary, and it's you have a bit banter with them and stuff, and say, "Oh, you've been out in town." They're like, "No, it's not."
Sorry, I was laughing during the game at that potential penalty. It was got good for it, rightly so. By the way, this is when they were dominating the game. They were really bossing us here. They were powerful pack and rapidly moving forward. You know, their attacks. You know, they were a good team going forward. I honestly will give them that.
Go, man! Look at Adam go.
That was class.
That would have been the goal of the season if that had gone in.
Man, we walked with seats. We thought it was in.
To be contentious here, watch from this angle. It does actually look like it crossed the line. Close. But look, what I said in commentary and Mark said as well is that it was refreshing that a team did come and stifle our midfield, but by playing, not by back and Park.
Not doing a Halifax or York City. They've actually played us. Yeah.
They're actually, playing football, which was refreshing to see.
I thought Adam had a good game, by the way. I thought he was lively again on the wing. Yeah, really good.
He's getting better with each.
Visibly tired at the end, though, didn't he?
That's like stepping up, isn't it? At full-time football, he worked hard, and I thought, he's going to be a really good player.
You're running down the wing like the bloody road runner.
Yeah, that penalty looked soft as well.
Yeah, it is a penalty though.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
Yeah, have a look at it.
He doesn't argue. The Gateshead lad doesn't argue, does he? He knows it's
nah.
And it's not good one as well.
I mean, to be fair, they took shithousery to a whole new level.
Mickey, there's some children watching.
When hang on, we've got to have a warning here as well. Poor Alan Guest is trying to recover from a shoulder muscle spasm and feeling very laughs to a minimum. So we hope you feel better, Alan. Actually, it's obviously not nice. Let's see, we've got the Swan Dive coming up. We've had a few of them already in the highlights from them.
Well, the one hasn't been mentioned, and Stevie Farmfield picked up on it straight away at half time. The coach went straight across and pretended to be a ball boy, so he could coach from the other side as well.
That was a strange one, wasn't it?
It was really weird. What would they gain from that?
I don't know, but obviously you've got your coach from inside the technical area.
They didn't know a note about this, by the way. This was so unlucky.
Yeah.
No.
It just hit him, basically.
But, I mean...
We were unlucky. I mean, you look at the chances, we were unlucky.
We created a lot of chances, Steely.
I know. Oh, absolutely. I saw some, folks saying, we're, completely outplayed. And I don't think we were. I think we were a bit unlucky at times. We could have easily scored 3 or 4 ourselves.
Yeah.
Going in.
That chance. Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, how good does he look as well, Dijon? He's obviously that goal's given him confidence. He strides forward with great purpose now, doesn't he? We've seen the odd little cameo, but now we're starting to see what he's about. And Evans as well coming through here. Another good save with the keeper at his feet. I mean, Evans couldn't do more there, could he?
Evans, a great little player.
I thought they sat back heavily in the second half, and they were just breaking on us if they could, but otherwise they just sat back. It was a very different performance.
Big shout out to his mum, Paula Evans. Hello, Paula.
Hiya, Paula.
Yeah. Hiya, Paula.
So,
yeah, you've got one hell of a good football son there.
A good save as well from Monty. But
I just think they exposed our weaknesses.
Yeah.
More than anybody's done in the season.
I suppose you've got to learn from this. Those small errors were punished. And I think we were unlucky. Another good chance there.
Someone's put the camera as a bit fogged up. It was foggy. Obviously, the fixture before that was pure fog, wasn't it? We watched that.
Was your heavy breathing.
Yeah.
And this one here, if that's Marcus, neither wonder they were gone absolutely off.
That's Brown's second goal in 2 games. That's Brown's. I don't think Marcus touches it.
He does.
He does. He's offside.
He's claimed it. So,
well, he's a centre forward. Most centre forwards are gunny.
Mickey, you may as well claim that.
Yeah.
No, I would have missed it. I would have knocked it out with the bar.
Come on, can we just put one thing straight first? Mickey wouldn't have been offside. He wouldn't have had the energy to get there.
In my youth, I would have. Did you see that one? And now where the referee give a corner?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, to be fair, it was. If you were neutral, it was a great game of football. Both teams playing good football. Both teams attacking. Credit to Solihull, because you're right. Yeah, we've had so many teams at the JIS who just come and defend deep, and it's boring. It's attack versus defense.
But I mean, I'll just bring up the league table here. So obviously, we're sitting in 6th place at the moment. And, it's like what Mark said a couple of weeks ago when he was on the podcast. If you had said everything that we've went through and we're still here, game in hand on the teams below us and above us, with a chance of lifting ourselves into 5th with 10 games remaining, and you're in the quarterfinals of the FA Trophy, you would have snapped your hands off. It's an amazing season.
Yeah, you would have pinched yourself. You would have thought that's not possible. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I just think it's time the club said interim's gone. That's my opinion.
I just ignore that now, man. I just ignore it. He's the manager.
Yeah, he's the manager. Just a quick note, everyone, we've got record viewers tonight. A massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in. But if you are one of the many that is watching on Twitter, come over to YouTube and you can send us messages like Mr. Lucas Dunn, Dejan Brown, Rapid. When I saw him made the run by him and agree with Mickey, they were extracting the urine. They were siphoning it. They were actually siphoning it and enjoying.
Well, I think the bottle didn't carry it run with them.
Yeah, I think they do. I think that's what's in their magic sponge. I think it's just pure urine, because they love to take it. Look, they're a good side. They use their way of doing it.
Really good side. There's no two ways about it. They don't have to do at shithousery.
No.
I tell you what, man, it puts into reflection our win down there. That was a bloody good win down 2-1 down there.
Yeah. Without a doubt. We had a message from Paula. She said thank you. She's tuning in. So
hey, Paula.
The lovely Paula. Apparently she's going to come up for the Good Friday game, our first game at Gateshead, because I've been going to the away games.
Is that Rochdale, is it? Is that Rochdale?
I think it might be, yeah. So hopefully we'll get to say hello to her there. And
Paula, little tip for you: get yourself down the schooner for a meal before you come up to the stadium.
Definitely.
You'll thoroughly enjoy it.
You won't be
10-minute walk at the most from the stadium to the schooner.
So,
and the food's absolutely fantastic.
It certainly is. Right, loads of messages.
They brains lager, but never mind.
Yeah. We are getting messages through from Twitter, actually, because they're Paula. But thanks, guys. That's great to know that messages are coming through from there. Gated Stats. See me on Saturday, or ask Stevie and Mickey, point me out, I'll give you that book. He did come up to us on Saturday, did Steve, to do that, but I didn't see Gated Stats. They weren't there. Alan Guest, we've got to improve our finishing. Yeah, but the thing is, as I said the last time, to be creating chances and not scoring is better than to not be creating chances.
Yeah,
we're getting in them places, and one of these games coming up, we're going to give someone's
going to get it. It is, you're right, and someone's going to get it right. I'll kick up the arse off us.
Well, I mean, you get Solihull there, one or two of them. The defenders didn't know it was just hitting the shoulders and bouncing, So some of it was just bad luck. It's not rubber the green. So
somebody says give the goal to Denanga because I've got a bet on him each way to be top goal scorer.
He's got somewhere to go, I tell you.
He's got to catch up with McCallum. I think McCallum's flying, isn't he?
He's beating Will Gregg after that, isn't it?
St. George's, but Brown looks better on the counter, not so much a fox in the box. Yeah, he's still developing, isn't he? You know what I mean? But he does look good when when he runs onto the ball. That's it. He does.
Just like a bundle of electricity, and everything seems to move at the same time.
And
Mickey, you said it. Can you imagine if it was a runoff between him and Brown and Adam? I mean, both of them. God, it's frightening. If you're a defender, that's not what you want to be facing, is it? Two players running, bearing down at you.
I mean, there's some of the players we've got in midfield and on the wings there. We know what Hannon brings to the party, and he's got better as the season goes on, in my opinion. Kane has come in, and in a short period of time, we've seen him become a real danger, and someone who arguably is one of the first names down on the team sheet. Definitely. Likewise, when you see the likes of Kieran Evans as well, when he comes on the first few games, I wouldn't have said he was a passenger, but you could see he was getting used to things the way we play, and now he finds space and ghosts through and makes runs at the right time. So, and then you've got the likes of Mr. Ollie to come back as well.
Yeah. Where's he going to fit in?
There he is. But still, obviously, Jack didn't have his fly down for that photo, unlike that one.
I like Mickey's nickname for him. Mickey, what do you call him?
Jack Sparrow.
Little Jack Sparrow.
The non-league. He's the non-league Modric. That's what he is. The non-league Modric. Right. Well, I tell you what, because we've got massive viewing figures, but please do come across to YouTube and subscribe there. It'll really help us to reach more people. But the views are still going up. And while we've got you here, please do follow us on our socials, and we'll be back in about 60 seconds here. The Heat Army podcast needs your help. No, we don't need money. All we need is you to do one simple thing. It'll take less than a second. If you could hit that like button, the subscribe button, and share whatever post that we put up regarding Gateshead Football Club, it'll go a long way in helping the show build and ultimately helping us push the club to the moon. I was just thinking that, lads, it's about a year since I crashed that drone in the Tyne. It's about a year since I got my car stuck on the grass outside and churned up all of it with the heavy electric car. I haven't had any disasters. Not that I'm trying to tempt any fear. But, I'm doing well, lads. I'm doing well. Let's say a massive thank you on that.
And if there's no commentary on Saturday and our Davey's done something stupid.
He's not had his drone out since then. He's just been in a box. No, not taking it out.
Well, see, I've got one thing here we haven't mentioned yet, and I haven't got the picture of him, but I'll try and get it while we're talking about it. Is that man, Ed Francis, Gateshead Rabsy Nesbitt with that headband. Oh, I've clicked on the wrong one. England C call up, and thoroughly deserves it. But I don't know, lads. I just find it very hard at this stage of the season to have an England C game when everyone's going into the battle time, and we know what happened with Kenton last year, and that's my worry.
Fully agree with that, isn't it? These are non-league football. I know it's full time, but to then stick another game in we're pretty action packed. We're almost like 2 games a week, aren't we? Midweek in Saturdays. I disagree.
I mean, England C as well. It's tap up City, isn't it?
Well, look.
Oh, I never thought of that.
I'm happy for the lad. If he gets to play, I hope he comes through unscathed and has an absolute belt of time. It's not, but just
as where's the match? Do you know where the match is? Where's he got travel to?
Wales.
Sorry?
Wales.
In Wales.
Oh, God.
Oh, well.
So, yeah. Bacon Sarnie.
His family will have to go and mention us.
Yeah. 1 second. 10 years ago, we got into the playoff final. Tonight's easy question: who got the Heeds goal in that final? We've got a message there. So there's a little one. If anyone wants to have a crack at that, who scored the only goal in the
was it his only goal for Gateshead?
No, it was the only goal in the final. The only Gateshead goal scored in the final.
Okay, he did score. I couldn't remember if he'd scored in another game. So.
I'd scored a few before. I don't want to give any clues away, but somewhere near the seaside.
Yeah. There you go. We've got. Oh yes, there is a fan. So I forgot the message. Can you plug the food bank collection at the Hartlepool game? We certainly will. If you just remind me what date that is now for the
26th.
The 26th. So if you're going to the home game on the 26th and you're coming to Gateshead Stadium, bring a tin of beans or whatever, bag of pasta. It could all be very much appreciated for the Gateshead Food Bank. It is an absolute must at these times.
Nappies, ladies' toiletries, things like that. Bring it if you can spare it. Bring them down.
Well, one thing that we haven't spoken about as well is that Rob was getting some training for going on a proper show tonight. We haven't had him on yet, but he was on BBC Radio Newcastle. Of course, they try their best.
Yeah.
But Rob was on there. I haven't had a chance to listen to it because I had to go down to my mum's to help her. So, but if anyone was listening, I know Mickey, you heard about it. It was a good interview with him.
Yeah, well, he was on all the show. To be fair, I mean, if you go on the BBC Sounds app, if you've got it, you'll be able to listen to the whole show. Rob was good. He answered the questions.
Good PR for the club.
Steely.
Sorry, I just saying good PR for the club.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just found out tonight he's a big cricket geek as well.
Is he?
Is he?
Oh, aye, he loves his cricket.
Well, he won't be enjoying the first test today. The first day of a test today. Awful. Move on.
Definitely move on, because we know my cricket knowledge is not.
I've seen a message there by Stuart, the Feed the Heat bait cabin. Before one of the Lasses games, me and Stuart went for a bacon sandwich, a half stotty with bacon. Wow, £3. Oh, it was wonderful.
Champion.
There we go. Rob's interview was good. Hopefully, you can probably get it on BBC Sounds and listen back to that. If we win on Saturday, I fancy us to get Solihull in the semis. You're full of joy, aren't you, Steve? As always.
Thanks, Steve.
Let's concentrate on.
We'll take plastic machine guns every time the foul do. They've got an excuse.
Yeah. It is. I say keep their messages coming in. There's loads and loads. Obviously, if you want to send congratulations to Ed Francis, put that in there. I'm sure you'll see. And it's see, we've got them players coming back. Tinkler on the bench at the moment as well, which is great to see. Hasn't got on the pitch for any minutes yet, but he'll be very close to it. And the way these games are coming thick and fast, I think we might see a little bit of rotation on Saturday, which leads us on to a question someone posed here as well, which we were going to pose. Does Dejan Brown start on Saturday? Do you give him, because he's in amongst the goals, even though Denanga took the other one? Do you start with Denanga on Saturday to give him a good 60, 70 minutes run out and try and boost his confidence as the season goes on?
I think me and Mickey, you're going to disagree. Go on, Mickey, what's your answer?
I think there's going to be changes anyway. I think a lot of the lads who are not getting game time will start on Saturday. I think we'll have a stronger bench. I don't know if Harrison Bond's fit. Will Harrison Bond come into the squad? Mm-hmm. I've got a funny feeling Tinks might actually start the game. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Some of those who, like Evans and all them who might have been on the bench on Tuesday night, might start. That's my guess.
That's a right football an answer, isn't it? Full of cliches there, Mickey.
No, it wasn't. I just
I know.
The sheepskin jacket.
I just think that's what'll happen. I could be completely wrong.
I would play Brown. Yes, I would start him. I'd give him a 90 minutes. Yep, I'd definitely start him. He's tails up. He's wants confidence. Game time will do him a world of good. Yeah, I'd start him.
And also as well, we plugged this on Tuesday night. There is a new YouTube channel and a bit of social media things for you to follow, and that is Inside Northeast Non-League, and that is run by our friend Mark Crovers. He's got, because obviously there's a lot of things like that. So do give him a follow on YouTube, and he's put there maybe an update with Brown. Oh, what's happened there? Am I still here? Yeah. With Brown on the Sunderland Echo website tomorrow. So there we go. Breaking news about breaking news. It's all happening, isn't it? Trina's put Brown and Evans start for me. It would be if I can get the pit. There we go. Got the message up. So
I think Evans was dropped on Tuesday. Maybe we just rested him. I mean, there's been a lot of miles put in over the last few weeks, hasn't there? Some big miles.
And still the young players as well. You've got to manage expectations and manage and keeping them fit, because it's all well and good having a player on loan from a football club, but what's the point in running them into the ground and then setting them back? It's good management, and we've got the fortitude now at the minute where we can rotate. It's nice. It was certainly completely different to this time last season. So
there's that website there's that website with the form tables on, and you can look at like the last 6 games, last 10 games, home, away, and all that. But it also has mileage as well. And like, I think it was Eastleigh had travelled in the last 15 days, had travelled 38 kilometres, and we had done 1,460. That's just going to take. I mean, we were top of that. We were top of that table by some stretch, and you think, that's just in 15 days. I thought with Solihull, they all do it. They all see the massive trek north to Gateshead. I think, that's just our bread and butter. We just do that all the time.
Some of these. Sorry, go on, and I'll come in.
Go on, Mickey.
I think some of these commentators here who've got the long trek to Gateshead, I'm sure they think we've got Mr. Ben's cupboard where we just walk through the cupboard and we end up in wherever, Wellstone or Woking or Eastleigh. I'm convinced to just think we walk through a portal and we just land there.
It's got to take it out of you. So, you know, as well as all the football they're playing, you know, so Evans and stuff, yeah, some of that will be tactical. It'll be like, let's just rest them up, you know, and move on. So
Steve Farnfield thinks it's going to be wholesale changes here. Tink, Stott, McBride, Bond, Hassani, Warman, Brown and Evans all start on Saturday.
Well,
the quarterfinals, we're going to play. Nah, he's not going to go that. He's not going to chop that much.
I think there might be one or two changes for me. I would probably wouldn't make as many as that, but you know, these players are, you know, in the squad because they're deemed good enough. So if they play. So we'll have to just see how it goes. But I expect that.
Remember, we've got Dagenham at home the following Tuesday night. Remember, lads?
I think it's coming thick and fast, though.
Yeah, and
not that I want to preempt it, but if for those clubs who make it through, when is the semi-finals of the trophy?
I think it's the 8th of April. I think it is.
So who we got that day? Is home to Chesterfield. So at least it'll be a home game if we got through.
Yeah,
that's what would change. So it's not too bad if it's a home game.
Yeah. So I'd like to praise the Heed fans, the miles, the travel that's immense on away games, average of 112 at the moment. So that's why we've got Stephanie with the stats. She keeps us right.
Good.
So I'd rather win on Saturday in the trophy than against Solihull on Tuesday. You've got a better chance of that happening now in hindsight. Not that I'm, you know, telepathic or anything, but I think that one may just come to happen. Right, Mickey, I will see we've got a couple other things. I think because normally we'll talk with the ladies at the end, but we'll get it in now. And also a big shout out to the foundation. We'll start with that next.
Yeah, I was at the foundation event with Trina on Monday. We got talking to Joe and Paul, and it was like a slow cooker course, just different people where you've got a slow cooker, you just throw anything in it, leave it. These are just giving alternative recipes for what you can use your slow cooker for. It's on for 4 weeks, and you get a slow cooker at the end of it. So Trina signed up. I went down there, and it was absolutely brilliant. It was more only there an hour, but it was good fun, and it was nice to talk to Joe and Paul about everything that's been going on, and there's talking about things about air fryer, and hopefully there'll be more different courses. And they're doing a fantastic job at the foundation, absolutely amazing.
They really do.
It's the food nourishment people who were there, and everyone who I spoke to who were on it enjoyed it as well. It was really good.
Still trying to get Jo to come on the podcast. She's a big fan.
You've got no chance. I already asked her.
I know, and she said that I think her partner's from America, and obviously he came in just sitting watching this, so I think it's just an absolute culture shock for him. So I don't know if he's watching this one. Hello, hope you can understand us. Yeah, but no,
it was absolutely brilliant.
Of the foundation do a magnificent job, and of course there's the as we mentioned just before on the Hartlepool home game. If you'd like to bring some food for the food bank, please do. And it's not just about football, it's about the community, and the foundation does so much, not just with children, it's the outer community, it's everything. So please do get involved.
I think, George, I might have been wrong here, I might have heard this wrong. They went from helping 26,000 people in the first year to 104,000 so far this year.
Wow. That's impressive.
I might have heard it wrong. And hopefully someone like Steve Thornton can come on and verify that. But it's just unbelievable what they're doing.
Yeah.
Other clubs are taking notice of what Gateshead foundations are doing.
Mm-hmm.
That'll tell you how good it is.
Yeah,
and it's absolutely brilliant.
Love the
absolutely brilliant. It is.
Love the TARDIS to take us back to away games.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm convinced other clubs think that's what we do.
Yeah, we've got a message from our resident Darlington fan. He's put James Tavernier played for Gateshead and Dan Byrne played for Darlington in the FA Trophy semis. 2 players that have changed for the best. Well, one of them's won numerous leagues and things like that. The other one's just from Blythe.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be pedantic, but one has went on to captain one of the most prestigious sides in British football, and the other one's just from Blythe. Right.
It was a good start though. James Tavernier, God, he was good.
To be fair to them, they must have some money between the two of them now.
Absolutely.
I would definitely take £1 behind Dan Byrne's bank account, wouldn't you? So, good luck.
Tavernier's thighs. He had massive thighs.
There you go. Before we go into that, I can always remember Agnew's veins, because obviously on about players, because me and Mick used to joke on for years, like when a player fell over at Gateshead Stadium, it was because Steve Agnew had left his veins in the pitch and they were like worms. So you've got Agnew's
you won it. That's what we used to say.
Steve Agnew.
You always have got a big soft spot for Steve Agnew. He was a touch of class when he came to Gateshead.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he might have been 34, 35, but
he was getting on a bit high.
He was class.
I mean, did you see the story I put up with you on Twitter about the England C, Carlo?
Mm-hmm.
Or Mark Hine?
No, I remember Mark Hine getting called up. We're gone.
Mark Hine got called up on let's just say the Thursday, and on the Saturday we were at home. And after the game, we used to go in the bar, obviously. And Heine come in, I went up and I put my hand, he says, "Congratulations on the England call-up." And he shook my hand, he says, I have to paraphrase here, it's bloody long overdue, isn't it? I'm the best, not only I'm the best player at this club, I'm the best player in the league. And I just went,
yeah.
And I just went, okay. And I walked away.
That's confidence for you.
I tell you what, I didn't think the flippant comment about James Tavernier would turn into such a debate on the chat here. We've got here, James Tavernier has only won 1 league title in all these years at Rangers. It'll be 2 shortly, Dave. Still won more than Byrne. Scottish football doesn't count either. Oh my God. How we. Mark Hine also played for Darlington as well. So it's a much.
His confidence knew no bounds. Would be the word I'd use.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just remember I only ever seen his second spell when his legs weren't as good as they probably were in his first spell, and he was just how do we describe it? Late.
Tenacious.
Late.
Mark Hine
didn't call him 2 foot tiny for now.
God, aye. He would have booted some of them players off the pitch on Tuesday night, I tell you.
Oh, hang on, Jesus Christ! Everyone's right. We've got here. Yeah, Mark Hine was past his best when he's saying for dollar. Really getting in the chat. If you'd like to get into it, there's loads of people watching on Twitter. Get over to YouTube, and you'll see the chat that you can join in with. Someone's put Burns scored in the UCL for Newcastle last year. Yeah, but they got knocked out.
Tavernier definitely would go.
Stevie just being flippant.
I don't care about Newcastle or Rangers, to be honest. But we've got Patrick Story's push. Would Tavernier or Byrne get in our team now? Ooh. No, I don't think they would. I think Byrne was in Denanga's pocket in pre-season, so that tells you everything. We wouldn't have him. And Tavernier is getting on a little bit, and Kane Adams the future. So that's my diplomatic answer. So past the best.
Move on. Discussion closed.
Right.
Let's get on. I think it's a bit unfair. Like, I think they'd probably work in more team the two will.
Dan, as a former Gateshead kit man once said to me about Rob Jones, and I think this will stand true about Dan Byrne. couldn't stop a pig in a passage with them legs. So, no, what are we doing?
I love Rob Jones, but he broke my heart.
Yeah, he did.
He scored for Hibs in the Edinburgh Derby in the last minute. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry.
Was that final?
No, it was just a league game.
Well, anyway, we digress. Let's get on to the Gateshead ladies.
Oh, well, before we got any further, the referee was just as bad again.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Every match you say that, Mickey. Anyway.
Honest, there was a tackle knee high, no intention to get the ball on Holly O.
Was that by Mark Hine?
No, it might as well have been. And the referee didn't even give a free kick. Well, she gave a free kick, but there wasn't. It should have been a red card. And Johnny Greal back us up on it, hopefully anyway. But it was a good game. We drew ones each. We should have won. But it was a really good game. It was a bit like the Solihull game. It was end to end.
Mickey, what about the goal? What about the goal?
Oh, aye. She's hit it from about 35. And you know when someone catches a ball and it's got that certain sound when you just caught it sweet as a nut. Jade Halliday hit one like that. And it just whistled in. The goalkeeper was just grasping a thin air. What a strike! But we should have won it. That's the bad thing. We should have won it.
Aye.
And there you go. Yeah. Stuart just backed us up.
Yeah, it's atrocious. We've got someone's with a stat here. I hope this isn't foreshadowing, but we still haven't done a 0-0 at home so far, I believe. So I'm about that this season.
No, kiss of death.
It is.
We've played Halifax both times, haven't we?
Yeah. I've seen episodes of Twin Peaks that made more sense than the ref on Sunday. For the kids.
Honestly, we can make a joke about it, and I feel sorry for Carl because he's got to try and keep a lid on it. But in the last 3 to 4 games, we've been on the end of some absolutely appalling decisions. Yeah. And how Carl hasn't murdered anybody yet, I do not know.
Well, we don't stand for murder on the Heat Army podcast.
I don't think we'll have highlights of that, do we?
Yeah, but what we do stand for, I must admit, we've got probably double the amount of what we normally have on a show tuned in tonight, and a lot of them on Twitter. And we really do appreciate it. But come across to YouTube and send your messages in. It doesn't matter if you're a noob, if you're a Peterborough Sports fan tuning in. We'd love to hear from you. Get on. Or a Newcastle fan, Sunderland fan, anyone. If you're just interested in Gateshead, no question is too silly. We're here to tell you about Gateshead and try and entice you in. And hopefully you enjoy the banter along with it. And honest, Mickey, I can say this now, is better in the flesh. So get along to a match day and you'll see him and you'll be like, oh.
You can probably see us from over 3 miles away.
So
this is good year on myself.
Even if you haven't messaged in before, subscribe and say hello in the chat and we'll give you a shout out. We appreciate everyone that is joining us here. We've got Davey, what's that? You're full of beans tonight. Is there vodka in that Coke? I'll tell you a little story. I was absolutely... what was I like before we came on air?
You look like you were going to go to sleep, to be honest.
Yeah, there's it's not that we're sponsored by Lidl, but their own brand of Coke. It's not bad. Right, times is hard. You can kind of drink the Coca-Cola. We've got Daniel. Nice to meet you on Tuesday. I don't know if it was it you or me you spoke to. I had a few people say hello to us. I'm not too sure who some of them were. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this. There we've got Di Evans there. But can't wait for another trip to Wembley. Heat Army. I hope so, and I want to see that Welsh flag flying high.
Definitely.
So that's what we want.
I'm proud.
Exactly.
Well, make sure the whole Evans. Well, we always seem to get on well with the families, don't we? They come to see we enjoy. I mean, I sit next to Ked Scott's Nana and Grandad most games.
Yeah.
And we've become quite friendly. I hope I'm saying the right thing. And and friends, and we've not good luck. Colin and Alison.
They hate you, really, Mickey. They just sit there
Well,
because that's just the best seats.
Well, I tell you what, they do a very good job of pretending to be nice. Then
it is, and that's what we want it to be. Is to the point of you know, we sometimes get players on. We don't like to do it too much because obviously we're a fan podcast. We don't want to distract either and have too much banter with the players and things like that. But when we do, when players sign, and we haven't really done it yet with some of the newer lads, we'll hopefully do it in the next week or two. We'll put some feelers out and ask if the club will allow it. But to welcome these players up, especially the young lads like Dejan, Kieran Evans and Adam, these are young lads that have travelled up the country and have resettled and be far away from their family, and we want them to know that they are part of our family now. I think we're a nice group of fans, and we welcome everyone in, no matter where you're from or anything. It's all about you're in with the Heed Army, and that's what we want. And also as well, hopefully it comes across nice that we care about you. If there's any family members watching our players, that we care about your sons and daughters for the ladies.
Yeah, because I've a few of the parents there as well, and
we want you all to know that we're being nice to your lads. Look, we're not the biggest club in the world, but we'll support them to the hilt, and we understand that these players are coming here to develop, especially the ones on loan, and we appreciate that these players have took the chance to come here, so we want to reward that and be nice to them.
We'd like the families on and all, especially Dejan Brown's family. Because his bedroom must have been in a greenhouse from 10-year-old.
When I grew up, I want to be the height of Dejan Brown. Don't think it's
some specimen, like.
But you're right, aren't you? Like some of these young lads, Adam there in his early 20s, coming away from London where he's grew up, coming to the northeast, he's got to learn a whole new language. And
he's got
Mickey.
What was that?
Mickey gets subtitles.
Yeah,
it's touring it, and a whole new area, no friends, obviously, just coming up to a strange place. So you forget about that aspect of football that they come up and they've got to adapt and
a little bit reflective. We're all in the 40s now. I think Mickey's near 50, aren't you? Are you 50 now, Mickey? I can't remember.
52 actually.
52, I forgot. That's what I'm saying. We're at that age now where we've got children or children growing up, and you think, what would it be like if my children were going down that end of the country?
Exactly. That's what I look at it as well.
Yeah.
I've got a 17-year-old daughter. Well, 17 in April, and I mean, she was a footballer, and she was going halfway doing the country to play football. I would be hoping people were at least speaking to her, making her feel welcome, and things like that, so
without a doubt, and that's like the whole thing of what we want to do. So I still have to translate for Southerners. We have that. We have to translate to each other. I was born in the QE, and I still need subtitles for me. What a classic. Right, we'll keep their messages coming in. Some I haven't put up yet, but remember the fantastic Johnny Gray has been doing us an absolute belt. He's obviously, we've asked for predictions. We never really did anything with it. And there is the league table. Hang on, I'll get rid of that.
Whoa, come on, boys. Come on.
Look at that. I think I've slipped right down the table, to be honest.
I probably have. Trina will be up near the top, no doubt.
No, I'm in the top 10, I think. But I'd say at the moment it's joint top between Craig 247. Hello, Sophia. Davey Steele, you're up there, son. You're on.
Come on,
Johnny Gray, Trina. They're joint top at the minute.
Look at the Solihull scores. Everyone's gone for a home win except one person.
So if you would like to now get your predictions in, so Johnny Gray can collect them. I think we've got a couple already coming in. First one is Gated Stats. That's 3-1. And we've got 3-1 as well from Mr. Luke. So keep them coming in, and Mr. Johnny Gray will be writing those down. So get involved in players' families as well. Come on, get in and send us your predictions. And are you coming up to the game on Saturday as well? Please do. I know we are obviously providing commentary, but the best place is in the stand, and the lads deserve your support. And I think if we can make a fantastic atmosphere, Peterborough Sports are going to bring a few. They're going to enjoy themselves. It's a big day out for them, getting to the quarterfinals as well as us. You know, to me, it is the biggest non-league competition. It's our FA Cup, and you know, Wembley should never be sniffed at. So get down there and support the lads. We really do need to get behind them, because they're, you know, at times they're unstoppable, and with us behind them, hopefully they can be. Loads coming in there. Someone's put, is there a prize? I'm easy going for you know, I don't know. We'll try and ask Patrick, see if they'll give her a t-shirt or something.
I would. It's just for the sake of it. It's not a
glory of it, Mickey. The glory.
Yeah,
it is the absolute glory of it. We've got 3-1 to the Heat, says Gavin Rudd. Yes. Sorry.
We're good for the Dagenham one as well.
Mickey, what are you fancying for the game?
I'm fancying a home win, obviously. But they've got Michael Gash. Now, Michael Gash has scored goals for whichever club he's played for against Gateshead, so I'm expecting him to get at least one. So I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1. Northern Beast Media's went 2-1. Mason 3-1 and 2-1 for Tuesday. 4-3 on Penn, says Ken Webster. He's been very one there. 2-0 to the Heat. We've got loads more coming in. If Story doesn't start, I hope they bring him on to take a pen. God, everyone's getting 3-2 wins. Edwards, all these are coming through. I've put them up on the screen. Darcy's went 3-1. God, they're all. God, I forgot how many.
What are you fancying, Davey?
I fancy 2-1 Gateshead win.
They've got that 4-1 at home on Tuesday.
Of Hereford, aye. Yeah. I fancy.
It's a cup competition. The league goes out the window, doesn't it? So,
see, Di Evans knows where he's tarring the wood.
Yeah.
I fancy 3-0. By the way, lads, is my prediction. 3-0 home win.
I've got all these predictions are coming in. Someone's going 10-0 and 10-0.
Wow.
It's getting high because the Darlington's on a roll, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be back on Monday, I think, because obviously the Dagenham game, we'll see, because there'll be the draw if we are through as well. So we'll be, I think, Monday if the lads are available. But I'm putting up all these scores on the screen for Johnny Gray to be able to collect. Still coming, actually, and clearing out the cupboards here in the Heat Army podcast HQ. We did find a couple of cups.
Woo!
So I'm going to create a giveaway now. I've got a couple, but we're going to do a giveaway tonight, and you have to be at the game on Saturday to collect it, or the game after that on Tuesday. All right, to pick up from the commentary desk. Now, I'll set it up while we're talking, but what we want is anyone enter, you have to be able to get to the game to pick it up.
And you have to put hashtag cup.
Yeah, 1 second. Let us get it sorted first before it comes on.
He's not planned this.
No, I haven't. My wife just reminded us there.
I mean, we're going to start. We've got to start as favourites on Saturday, I suppose, because we're at home. We're obviously a division higher. We're full time. Peterborough have had a bit of an indifferent season. Really, obviously they've done well to get in that division, and they're sort of lower half of the table, aren't they? They're just below halfway. And have had their struggles in recent weeks. So yeah, I think all respect to them, but I think I know it's a one-off game and anything can happen. But yeah, I think realistically we've got to be looking for the win.
Definitely. We've got to be looking for the win, but it's Gateshead Football Club is always the cup set in your mind, isn't it?
That's right. That 0-0 and going to penalties, that's what they'll put us through the ringer.
Right, we're going to put hashtag mug for the mug. Hashtag mug. All right, to win that. So
David's household found that very funny. Did you have a laugh?
They did like that, didn't they? So hashtag mug if you would like to win the mug. So I'm going to share this with the screen. 1 second.
I love my Heat Army mug. It's great. I love it for a cup of tea. It's a good mug.
let's where are we? Share this tab instead. So hashtag mug, and we'll get the entrance in. We've got 104 people tuned in tonight, which is absolutely amazing. If all of you can go on, to onto YouTube and subscribe, it would be absolutely fantastic. As you can see, the entries are going up. There is 11 entries so far. Keep them coming in. Remember, you have to be able to be at the game on Saturday or Tuesday to pick up the Heed Army podcast mug. I'll put it back on the full screen. So there we go. There it is. So you got Heed podcast. So there you go. If you would like to win that, hashtag mug, and we'll give that away in about 5 minutes. So what's so funny about hashtag mug? They find it very, very funny, the hashtag mug in my house. I don't know why. Keep entering.
Maybe that's what they're thinking you are.
Oh, I tell you, man, they do think I just get absolutely battered all the time. So there we go. Steely, have you tried to enter in the private chat?
Maybe. Hashtag mug, you said? I want to have a go.
Steely's trying to have a go.
I've won one, so I can't complain. I won one a few years ago. It was brilliant.
That's like insider trading, that.
Well, if you win, you've got to pick someone who wins.
I don't want to do that. Tip me out.
I tell you what, we've got 2 mugs to give away. All right, so there we go. So look, here we go. Look, there's 2 mugs. 2 mugs. I'll just make sure that I don't need the third. We'll keep that for next week. That one's intact as well. There we go.
This is not rehearsed at all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, I tell you what, it's good that you can do things on the fly, be spontaneous, and if people can get a prize, it would be even better.
Talking of the fly, I had to pull mine up today. The wife wasn't too impressed. Right.
Never is.
I know. Tell us about it. I keep telling her it'll grow, but just having none of it. Who scored on Tuesday, Denanga or Brown? Well, I think it went down as Denanga on the official highlights. In real time, I thought it had went to Brown. Don't know what I've missed, but hashtag mug. You can win a mug. So if you'd like to get that, if you can get to the game on Tuesday or Saturday, if your name comes up, you can win it. So I'll tell you what we'll do is, if we'll bring it up now, we'll give away the first one now. People still got the chance to get their predictions in. If not, put it in the comments on the video if you watch this afterwards, and Mr. Gray will be able to get that and put it up. So here we go for the first one. This is for the Heed Army podcast mug.
Part 1.
Oh, good luck, somebody.
Oh, who's going to win?
Oh,
John Dick gets the mug.
Ian, hey, I tell you what, he's lucky on these competitions, John.
Is he? Yeah, we'll have to rub him for luck.
I'm sure there's a joke in there, but I'm not saying it.
I'm not saying it. I was going to say it.
This is a family show, don't you know?
Yes.
It's the watershed.
There is one. Oh, hang on, I pressed draw again. This one isn't happening. I'm moving that off in case someone gets I would have won. Right. We're all going to draw again in a second. Okay. Dave Allen, you would have won there if that had been an official draw, but it wasn't.
Oh, it's harsh.
I've just got to keep it real. So, but a massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Thank you for joining us. As I say, please do try and get onto YouTube and hit the subscribe button and the bell, so when we go live with commentaries or shows, you will get a notification when we go live on your phone, or if you've got a smart telly, you should get a notification to say that the Heed Army podcast is broadcasting live. And we do still have another chance to win a Heed Army podcast mug. John Dick won the first one. There is another one you have to be able to pick up.
Right. Does John Dick come out of the draw now?
John Dick has already been removed. There's another joke there as well. Right, so if you want to,
Johnny's a nice bloke. He's Mr. Skindy, that forward.
But he jammy or what he is. So
Yes,
we're going to go for the next one. Sorry, Dave, that's just a tease. So the next one now, who wins the next mug? Remember, you have to be able to pick it up from Gateshead International Stadium, from the commentary desk, either on Saturday or Tuesday. And good luck to the next person.
Good luck again.
Yeah, good luck. Here we go. Oh, it's exciting.
Oh, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Oh, Northern Beast Media gets a mug.
Oh.
So, well done. Big contributor, of course, Northern Beast Media.
Yeah.
He'll be
Jamie, you get the mug, but you have to design the next ones.
It would be better. For
hey, his match thing, your match thing on there for the Boreham Wood game was quite clever as well.
Oh,
a Hollywood sign, you know what I mean? That was clever.
Just because you're one of the, because I think you're the nephew of the Kieran Evans. I've got one mug left, and I'll keep it for you on Good Friday to give to you when you come up, because you're making a mammoth trip up from Wales.
Yeah,
for that. So
yeah.
I'll keep a mug for you.
I think that's a really good gesture.
Absolutely,
I agree with that.
Big haul from Wales, so
yeah, and. Well, Dave Allen is absolutely bad. He's putting his car in for a service tomorrow, and he'll be clearing out all the rubbish. We'll sort out some prizes for next week's show. Well, yeah, amazing. Well, as I say, still while we've got lots and lots of viewers, which is absolutely amazing, and thank you very much for joining us. It's a real spike, and it's nice to have you all join us, and we hope that you can enjoy the Gateshead content and a bit of banter on the side. But if you can get down to Gateshead Stadium on Saturday, it would be really greatly appreciated by the club as well. Obviously, the club has to still try and make money and things like that, and Gates do help and run the club. So please do get down there. If you can't, we'll be providing full match commentary, myself and Mark Carruthers, on Saturday, 2:45 with the build-up. So do join us. It'll be absolutely fantastic. But the best place to do it is in the stand, and that is what we want to do. And so we're getting things out. We've got a great show, everyone, and brilliant show. You can make us blush. Well, on that note,
also, before we're gone, Gateshead glasses away to Chelsea Street United on Sunday. It's down just behind the Riverside Stadium at Durham.
Yeah.
Right.
So the Gateshead lasses are playing there. Normally 2:00 kickoff. Just watch the social media for whether it's up or not, because they actually play on grass. So.
Oh, well, it should be a good one. Boreham Sports, but when am I coming on commentary that I was promised? You're going to have to fight Mark Carruthers for it at half time. The winner takes it all to the death, though. It's to the death. I don't want any of this like giving up or tapping out. It's to the death, the fight. And thanks. Come on, lads. And well, thank you to everybody. It's just a cricket ground, if anyone doesn't know where that is for this game. But a big thank you to everyone. Thank you for joining us. And lads, it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll be back on Monday. Hopefully, haven't been in the semi-final draw. But we'll get to that. If
it comes of it.
As and when, if it happens. So messages are still coming in. Thank you very much, everybody. And we'll see. We're going to end it there. And we will see you on Saturday at the game and Monday for the next podcast. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Remember, go to YouTube and subscribe.
Yes. Be good.